In this video, we're going to be installing the Nextbase 522GW DASHCAM with the rear window camera and the Hardwire kit on this brand new 2022 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport. Let's go. I bought the Nextbase 522XR rear cam bundle. This bundle comes with both the front and the rear dash cams, in addition to the Go Pack, which is a protective case for your dash cam and a 32GB micro SD card. Let's quickly go over what's included in the box. Here is the rear window camera box. And here is the Nextbase 522GW package. Grab your knife and let's take a look at what's inside the box. Here's some paperwork for your warranty and your quick start guide, your Click and Go Pro GPS mount and your suction mount, your power cable fitting tool, your USB cable, your 12 to 24 volt power cable, extra adhesive, and your Nextbase 522GW DASHCAM. The rear window camera dashcam comes with your 6.5 meter cable, extra adhesive, and the rear window camera itself. The DASHCAM Hardwire kit includes your quick start guide, 5V mini USB camera power cable, fuse tab cables, and your ferrite core. Lastly, the 32GB Go Pack comes with your dashcam protective case and a 32GB micro SD card. Let's start by prepping your Nextbase 522 dashcam. You're going to need your quick start guide, your dashcam, a memory card, and your USB cable. Grab your dashcam and make sure you charge this for at least 2 hours using the supplied USB cord. Follow the prompts and insert your mini SD card on the dashcam slot. Power it on and complete the setup while waiting for the battery to be fully charged. Press the stop record button, then the settings gear, connect apps, my Nextbase icon, and setup phone. You're going to need to download the app on your phone to continue this process. In my case, I'm using Google Play since I have an Android phone, but this process will be similar to Apple devices as well. After you download, launch the Nextbase app and follow the prompts. Select the 522GW DASHCAM and continue on with the pairing process. You may need to download and install a new firmware if there's an update available. You can also set up your SOS, Alexa, and AutoSync. After that's complete and you've charged your dashcam for at least 2 hours, we're now ready to install this on your 2022 Toyota Tacoma. Let's start this installation by planning the dashcam location on your windshield. This location will vary based on your personal preference. Just make sure it's not blocking your field of view while driving. Grab your glass cleaner and clean around the area of potential location for your dashcam. Next, remove the front cover of your dashcam, unpack the Click and Go Pro GPS mount, and attach it to your dashcam. Use the 12 to 24 volt power cable to temporarily power the dashcam. Use the cigarette lighter slot and insert the power cable in your dashcam. This will allow for easier time to find the appropriate location since you can see what's in front of you. If you're like me, this will be the most tedious step of the whole installation since I'm very particular. This took about 50 tries adjusting, making sure I find the perfect spot for my dashcam. After this, attach the mount to your windshield. Make sure to apply even pressure to ensure that the mount is firmly secured to your windshield. Reattach your dashcam and replug your power cable. And take a look at your front dashcam view. Let's now install the rear window camera on this 2022 Tacoma. Remove the headset to allow for more space during the installation. Ideally, I would have preferred the camera right in the middle of the truck. However, this is not possible due to the sliding windows on the Tacomas. Therefore, this is the spot that I chose for my installation. Grab your glass cleaner and clean around the area of potential location for your dashcam. Then grab your camera and attach it to the magnetic mount. This will allow the rear camera to be rotated easily. Attach the mount and apply even pressure to make sure that the mount is fully secured to your window. Attach and adjust the camera and start the process for hiding the wires. We're going to run the wires along the rear headliner, passenger door weather stripping, driver's door weather stripping, and along the front headliner until you reach the dashcam. Grab your 6.5-foot cable, making sure that you start at the proper end. Connect the female end of your 6.5-foot cable to your rear camera cable and start tucking the cables in the headliners. Patience will be required in this step to make sure you don't damage any of the plastic or the headliners. Continue this along the weather stripping on the rear passenger door and the driver's passenger door. This process will be pretty repetitive until you get to the front headliner where you'll have to connect the cables to your dashcam. Turn the camera on again, make sure everything works, and check out your rear view camera. For a cleaner look, grab your power cable fitting tool and push all the wires along the headliners and the weather stripping. If you're enjoying this video so far, please hit that like and subscribe button to support the channel. Finally, let's now install the dashcam hardwire kit. You're gonna need your 5-volt mini USB cable, fuse tab cable, your micro fuse, and your ferrite core. Your power cable will have 3 wires, with one attaching to the dashcam, 1 black wire for the ground, and 1 red wire for the power. We're gonna need to remove one of the side panels for this installation. Grab your pry tool and start prying the cover to gain access to the 10mm bolt. Grab your drill and use a 10mm socket to remove the bolt. Remove the side panel, making sure you're extra careful since this is where the airbag is stored. Start running your 5-volt mini USB camera power cable along your front headliner, starting with the location of your front dashcam. Similar to the previous steps, ensure that you're not damaging the headliner when you're tucking the wires in. Once you reach the corner of your side panels, run the wires along the side similar to what's shown on the screen. At this point, we're going to need to start fishing the wires from the top to the bottom to access the fuse panel. Since I didn't have an official wire fishing tool, I used a stiff HDMI cable and it worked just as great. Insert the HDMI cable on the corner until you can reach and pull it from the bottom. Secure the rest of the camera power cable to the HDMI using zip ties and start pulling it down the hole. Pull the slack out to allow for an easier cable management. Use a wrench and start untightening the ground bolt on the fuse panel. Wedge the black ground prongs behind the bolt and secure it. Make sure to tighten this to allow for proper grounding. We're going to be using the mini fuse tab cable for the Toyota Tacoma. This is the smallest one of the 3. Use your pry tool and carefully remove the fuse cover. Since we want constant power to access the parking mode, you have 3 options for fuses. One will be the power outlet number 1, and the other ones are your doors. I chose to use the power outlet number 1. Grab the fuse puller tool from the front fuse box to make this step easier. Remove the 15 amp fuse power outlet number 1. Please note that the fuse we removed will not work with the fuse tab cable. As you can see, the Tacoma fuse is way smaller than the Micro 2 fuse required. Once you've inserted the fuse, connect the fuse tab cable to the red wire of your camera power cable. Crimp the fuse tab cable and the camera power cable, ensuring a secure fit. After this, insert the fuse tab to the slot for the power outlet number 1. Start the car and test your Nextbase 522 DASHCAM front and rear camera. Make sure that both fuses are working great before we tuck the wires in. After everything is working great, now it's time to cable manage. Secure the rest of the cables underneath your console and in the side panels. Grab your drill and your 10mm bolt to secure the side panels and enjoy your brand new dashcam. And here are some sample footage from both the front and the rear dashcams. Both of these dashcams are set to 1080p at 30 frames per second. You can go slightly higher on the front dashcam by setting it to 1440p at 30 frames per second. However, this will lower the resolution on your rear dashcam to 720p. As you can see, the footage is very clear. I'm very impressed by this Nextbase 522GW DASHCAM, both the front and the rear. Here are some nighttime shots in the similar settings as the daytime shot. The front and the rear are still in 1080p at 30 frames per second. And that's it for this week's episode of Mod Mondays. Let me know what you think of this dashcam installation on the 2022 Tacoma. If you found value in this video, please hit that like button, consider subscribing, and press that bell notification icon so you don't miss any of our future videos. See you on the next one.